Kansei is recommended for individuals 13 and up. For depictions of crime scenes and blood, viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, RavenSylphe here with another episode of Kansei. So I did go and look it up, and yes, we got the find the killer end. And there is one other route to take. It's called the SD route. I guess we're supposed to find something. It looks like we need to make different choices than what we did before, starting at the beginning. So I'm probably going to start over again. I will skip through like the beginning part so you guys don't have to watch that, and just try and mainly just show you guys parts that are important, things that are different, you know, where I have to make choices and things like that. Excuse me. I'll try not to make this episode too long, try and condense it into one episode, and then we'll do the true end again, and hopefully in one episode. So yeah, let's start this up. Let's take the last door on the left.
Good idea.
Li-Mei frowns, but she follows us into the room without complaint.
Whoa.
It feels as if the three of us have been transported into a museum. The room is filled with art pieces and artifacts, and it looks like they're from China. Well, Mr. Otten certainly knows how to spend lavishly. The three of us wander around the room, stopping here and there to inspect some of the pieces. Most of them are labeled, but I'm still not entirely sure what any of this stuff is. Li-Mei seems particularly captivated by a large tapestry on the far wall. The tapestry features 4 animals circling around each other. At the foot of the tapestry sit 4 polished plates. Each plate has one of the animals carved into its surface.
Phoenix, tortoise, and tiger.
The tiger. I'm getting a strange feeling of deja vu. Like the tiger should sound familiar. Why does it feel like I should know this? Hey, what exactly does the tiger do?
The tiger and the dragon are eternal rivals, equally matched in strength. The dragon is the sly one, ruling through intelligence and trickery. The tiger is the strong one, fighting with raw power and force. Mind versus body. They represent balance, opposing forces of nature. Why do you ask?
No reason, it just stood out to me. Anyway, it doesn't look like there's much to see here.
I'm surprised that Mr. Otten has such an expensive collection.
Why? I think all rich people like to spend money on useless things.
Well, it's more like it doesn't seem his style. As far as I can tell, he's never publicly stated he has any interest in Chinese history.
Well, look around the rest of the house. It's all pretty Chinese-y inspired.
Usually, an avid collector likes to make his collections well known. It's a mark of pride.
Yeah, but we're talking about Mr. Otten here. He seems to be paranoid about pretty much everything. I doubt he'd just tell the world about his expensive collection of priceless art from China.
It's not art.
What?
It's protection.
Really? How do you know?
Words, safety, refuge, peace.
I look at Naoki. He looks worried. Is she right?
I think so. Li-Mei knows better than I do, though. She was born in China. I can only read whatever Chinese overlaps with Japanese characters.
So all these artifacts he gathered up are for protection? Protection from what?
I don't know.
We look at Li-Mei, and she shakes her head. There doesn't seem to be an indication of what Mr. Otten is trying to fend off.
Well, should we keep exploring the house?
Yeah, let's get...
Whoa, are you okay?
I don't feel so good.
It's happening.
What's going on?
I feel my stomach churning. Li-Mei looks ill too. Please don't.
Scared?
Who? Kangai?
I clutch at my stomach. Everything feels so light. It's Mr. Otten. I race down the hallway, still clutching at my stomach. Mr. Otten! I stumble up the staircase, barely stopping for breath as I head towards Mr. Otten's office. Naoki chases after me, stopping short at the top of the stairs. There's something wrong with Mr. Otten! I brush to the door and pound on it frantically. Mr. Otten! Mr. Otten! Gursky grabs my by the shoulders and pulls me away from the door. Let me in! There's something wrong!
Whoa, kid, calm down.
I feel like I'm going to throw up, but I doubt Detective Gursky would appreciate that. He's not okay. Gursky stares at me for a moment. He looks torn. I can tell he's not exactly ready to trust me yet, but I think he also feels like something is wrong. Finally, he turns to Sophia.
Mr. Rotten has been unusually quiet for a while. Are you sure everything is okay? Is there any way we can force ourselves in?
Sophia doesn't look pleased by his request.
It's certainly unorthodox. I don't think Mr. Alton would be pleased.
I think he'd be even less pleased if he needed medical attention and we didn't get it to him.
Sophia sighs and nods.
Very well. The only way to open the office without express permission is to reset the security system.
And how exactly does one do that?
Someone needs to reboot the system manually. Then someone else has to enter the restart code within 10 seconds of the system being rebooted.
Sounds complicated.
It's meant to provide maximum security for Mr. Alton. I'm the only one here who knows the code, so someone else will have to go to the basement to reset the power. The basement door is usually locked to visitors, but I can unlock it from here.
Detective Gursky glances over my shoulder.
Alright, Naoki, go reset it.
What? Why me?
Somehow I get the feeling Naoki says that a lot. He doesn't seem very enthusiastic about going down there. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be okay.
Right.
Naoki doesn't seem too inspired by my words, but he leaves anyway. We stand in awkward silence for a few minutes before the lights flicker off. As soon as the lights power back on, Sophia punches in a rapid series of numbers into the keypad beside the door. The door swings open and the three of us crowd into the doorway.
Mr. Alton!
Sophia rushes in and grabs the body lying on the floor.
Mr. Alton! Sir!
She shakes him gently, but he doesn't respond. Detective Gursky leans over Otten's body and places two fingers on his neck.
He doesn't have a pulse.
No! He was just alive a moment ago!
Sophia pulls Mr. Otten's body away from the desk and tries to roll it over, but she can't support his weight.
What are you doing?
There's still a chance I can save him! Please help me!
Gursky points at me.
Guy, help us move the body.
I step forward and coil my arms around Mr. Otten's arms. With a groan, Detective Gursky and I lift the body and lay Mr. Otten on his back. As I lay Mr. Otten's arms down, my hand brushes against his. Oh no, not now, not! Even as I struggle to maintain consciousness, my body is flooded with Mr. Otten's final thoughts. I'm hot, and it's not because of my surroundings. I feel like I'm burning up from the inside. I can't breathe. Wait. And all I feel is fear. Why didn't I protect her? I never should have let her be with him. I wish I had never met him. No, I wish I could have stopped him. I was so close. No matter what, he mustn't find it. Please, someone, anyone, keep it safe. The vault must be protected at all costs. I open my eyes slowly. I'm kneeling on the ground, but Detective Gursky and Sophia aren't even looking at me. Sophia has her hands on Mr. Otten's chest with her fingers interlocked.
1, 2, 3, 4.
She pumps his chest with her hands, counting out loud as she does. Mr. Otten doesn't move. Again, she pumps his chest, trying to start his heart, but again, nothing. She leans down and grabs his mouth, but Detective Gursky steps in and pulls her away.
That's enough.
What are you doing? There's still a chance!
She punches him with her free arm, but it doesn't affect him.
Look at him. His skin is pale, his pupils are dilated, and he's covered in sweat. There's a good chance he was poisoned, and you could be poisoned too if you try to resuscitate him.
Sophia makes another desperate attempt to escape from Detective Gursky's grasp, but he holds her firm.
Don't. You did your best, but there's nothing we can do now.
Sophia's knees buckle under her, and she falls to the ground with a choked sob. I thought she was just Mr. Otten's personal assistant, but his death seems to have really shaken her up. Detective Gursky kneels beside her and places a hand gently on her shoulder.
Sophia, everything's going to be okay.
She shakes her head, but when she opens her mouth to speak, all she can do is sob. I back out of the room slowly. They really don't need me here right now. In the hallway, Naoki and Li Mei are waiting.
Li Mei said he's gone.
I nod slowly.
What happened?
I think it was poisoning, but I don't know.
Did you see it?
Yeah, he was scared of something. Someone, I think. I still don't know why. His final wish was to protect the vault.
What's the vault?
No clue.
We should find Aki. She'll know what to do.
She's coming.
Li Mei turns toward the staircase just as Aki reaches the top.
Hey, what happened? The lights went out for a moment.
Mr. Otten died.
Died? How?
Poisoning, it seems.
Did you read his last moments?
Yeah, he was regretting meeting someone, said he needed to protect a vault of some sort.
Interesting. I haven't seen any vaults around here, but I assumed that it would be hidden.
Detective Gursky exits the study with Sophia. She appears to have calmed down, but her body still trembles every time she breathes in.
The police are on their way. It's a bit of a drive for them, so we'll have to sit tight until then. I suggest we all wait downstairs. As I don't have any jurisdiction here, it's only a suggestion.
He looks directly at
But it's
me.
the best option if you want to stay unnoticed.
He turns and leads Sophia down the staircase, helping her with one step at a time. Aki frowns as they leave.
Always the gentleman.
Do
you know if Mr. Otten has a vault at a bank?
I assume most rich people do. Why do you ask?
Just curious?
That's a strange thing to be curious about.
I guess
Although,
so.
looking at his lifestyle, I'm actually inclined to think that any vault he cares about would be in this house.
How do you know?
He rarely leaves the house, and security here is tight, even for a high-ranking official. It's obvious that he has trust issues. Someone like him wouldn't let a bank hold on to something important. Besides, I'm sure he'd want to keep a close eye on it too. If there's a vault, it's definitely somewhere in here.
Gursky's right. It has to be hidden in this place somewhere. I wonder if anyone here knows about it. Never mind.
Try not to get into too much trouble.
I'll try not to. You know me, I will. As I enter the lobby, Aki races down the stairs and nearly runs me over. I've explored the house as much as I can. I haven't gotten a good look at the security room. Kevin's always in there. I don't want to be poking around while he's watching.
I don't suppose you could sneak in or something?
Don't think so. Even if we find a way to get him out of that room, he'll probably lock the room door behind him.
Well, exercise the options you have, I guess. Have you found that vault he was worried about?
Not yet.
Might want to start there.
I don't have anything more to say right now.
That's cool.
Do you know anything about a vault hidden in this house?
A vault? Can't say I do. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably in his office. It's the most secure place around here, after all. Although, I can't think of anything he might have that's more valuable than that precious artifact collection of his. He sunk more money than I care to think about buying all that old stuff up. Maybe that old museum of his is the vault. He certainly loves it enough.
What do you mean?
He wanders in there all the time, just to look at stuff.
Kevin points at one of the monitors in the wall. The glowing screen displays an angled image of the museum.
That room has so much stuff he cares about. You could probably say it's his vault.
Kevin points at the bottom corner of the
There's
screen.
a blind spot right here. Anything under the camera won't show up on the monitor. It's the only place in the house with such a massive blind spot. I keep telling Mr. Otten that we should reposition the camera, but he refuses.
Why would Mr. Otten willingly hide a portion of his house? Maybe there's something there that he doesn't want Kevin to see? I'll have to go inspect it myself. I examine the wooden box at the far end of the room. It's the only item in the room that can't be seen from the security cameras. It's also one of the few items not under glass. I suspect that Mr. Otten was hiding something in this box. I run my hands along the sides of the box, looking for some sort of latch or door. One of the decorative panels in the box shifts under my fingers, but nothing happens. Hey, Lee May! Do you know anything about this? I point at the box and Lee May approaches and inspects it carefully.
It's locked.
What do you mean? I don't see a keyhole on it or anything. She shakes
It
her
is a
head.
puzzle box. You must rearrange the panels on the side to open the doors.
I see. How do I do that? She shakes her head
I
again.
will do it.
Are you sure?
I want to help.
Aw,
Poppy
she's
does
so
not let me work
precious.
because she worries about me. But there's no danger with this. I can be useful again.
Well, if she wants to, I don't see why I shouldn't let her. She probably has a better idea of what to do anyway. I wouldn't know where to begin. She touches the side panel lightly, and it slides back and forth, tilting her ear towards the box as she's listening for something. After a few moments, she moves her hands to the other side of the box and repeats the process. She pauses, takes a step back, and looks at the box carefully.
This will take some time. Please return later.
Oh, sure. I back out of the room to give her some time to herself. She's gone. I wonder where she went to. Oh.
hello, Kansei. Did you need to...
Marissa points at the stall. Oh, no, it's fine. I was just wondering what you were doing in here. Marissa frowns and begins to fidget.
Well...
Wait, do I want to know?
It's nothing bad.
She scans the room quickly with her eyes.
I just needed a place where I could be private. You know, someplace where no one's watching. There are cameras all over this place, you know?
So... She shivers.
That's terrifying. Aren't you bothered by the fact that someone you don't know could be watching your every move at any point in time? We give up so much of our private lives into the hands of strangers, and we don't even think twice. Doesn't it bother you?
I guess so. It's probably something that would bother me more, all things considered. Or that should bother me more, all things considered.
Well, Mr. Otten at least had the decency to leave the restroom as a private area. I wonder how long that will last.
So you came in here because you needed to be alone?
I just needed some time to think without feeling like someone is watching me.
I guess I'll just leave you alone then. Yeah. Okay. See some things going on out here. Stairs. How's it going, dude? Never mind.
Talk to you later.
Let's go see how Li Mei is doing. How's it going with the puzzle box? Li Mei nods at the wooden box. I approach it and gently touch the doors. I hear a soft click. The door springs open, making a sound on the smoothly carved hinges. Whoa, good job! My heart sinks as the door opens. It's empty. Li Mei nods and touches my hand. A small smile flickers across her lips.
That is only the first door.
The first door? What are you talking about? She touches my hand and places it in the box, pressing my fingertip against the underside of the top of the box. My fingers trace the shape of a small hole carved into the wood. Next to it, a worn series of characters. Probably Chinese. There's a keyhole in here. Li Mei nods. What does the writing say?
The key is in the place between mind and body.
The fountain! There must be some sort of secret compartment hidden in here. I guess we'll have to find the key in order to open it. Li Mei
I've
nods.
already searched this room, but I cannot find it.
Then maybe it's somewhere else in the house. If it's in the place between mind and body. I wonder what that means. Li Mei's eyes flick to the tapestry on the wall. Oh. Talk to you later. I know exactly where it is. The fountain. The center of the fountain features a dragon and a tiger. Is that the space between body and mind that the puzzle was referring to? I run my hand along the orb. Nothing. Mr. Otten was trying to keep all his secrets, so I look at the camera on the ceiling and move around the fountain slowly until I'm hidden from view. Sophia is going to kill me if she finds me messing with this thing. I run my hand down the orb carefully until I feel a seam in glass. I press it gently, and it moves to the side, revealing a thin metal rod twisted into an intricate pattern on one end. Is this the key? I glance up just to make sure the camera isn't watching me before I take the key and slide it into my pocket. Alright, we're doing this. Li Mei looks up at me with a smile as soon as I enter.
You're excited.
Of course I am. I hold up the key I found hidden in the water fountain. Li Mei smiles. Aw, she's so precious. She's clearly as pleased as I am. I place the key in her delicate fingers and she inserts it into the keyhole. She moves it back and forth slowly, pressing her ear to the side of the box as she does. I hear a metallic click followed by the sound of something falling. Finally, she lets out a quiet sigh. She straightens up and nods confidently. You got it? She steps aside to show me the open box. A single SD card lies in the bottom of the box. Li Mei and I look at each other with triumphant smiles. I take the SD card from the box and tuck it in my back pocket. We'll have to look at it later. Nice work! Li Mei looks pleased with herself. She nods as if to agree that she did, in fact, do a good job. I think she did a great job. She's such a cutie. Well, I guess we gotta go back to doing stuff we were doing before. I pace back and forth in the hallway slowly, attempting to piece together the puzzle. I feel like I'm close to something, but I can't put my finger on it. My thoughts are interrupted by the sound of sirens. Looks like the police are finally here. all this investigation and I still haven't figured out who the killer is. Oh well, I guess really should just leave it to the professionals. My part in this case is over. Okay. Was that the SD ending? Huh. Feels a little empty. Huh? As soon as we arrive back at the apartment, Aki locks the front door and turns to face Li Mei and I.
So, did you find anything?
Well, yeah, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. I pull out the SD card from my back pocket.
Where did you find that?
The museum. Mr. Otten went to great lengths to keep this hidden.
Then we'd better have a look at it.
I don't know. Don't you think we should hand this over to Detective Gursky?
Why would we do that? If it's important, we'll let him know about it eventually.
Aki.
Besides, it's not like the police would have found that anyway, so they're not missing out on anything.
I guess so.
So what are we waiting for? Let's have a look at this.
She pops the SD card into their computer, and we wait patiently for the data to load. I click through the files quickly, and we scan the contents of each one as they load. Most of it looks little more than complicated formulas and diagrams to me. Something about breaking down certain types of tissue, it seems.
A lot of this is pretty complicated stuff.
No kidding. It looks like Mr. Otten's been working on some sort of secret project for quite some time.
Suddenly things start to fall into place. His office was private so that no one could see him working. When he's done, he'd hide his progress in the vault in the museum. No one would even guess anything was there. Whatever this project was, it was meant to it must have meant a lot to him.
A video file.
I double click and the file pops open. Ah! It's poured. A pixelated video fills the screen.
Lousy camera quality.
Aki frowns and resizes the video, but it doesn't do much to improve the quality. Well, from what I can make out, the video appears to be of a young man walking down a bare, white hallway.
Where was this taken?
It looks like security camera footage. The angle's very high.
So Mr. Otten was spying on someone? And that's creepy.
The video zooms in on the young man's face, and an uneasy feeling settles in my stomach. Aki stares at the screen, then back at me.
This guy in the video? That's you.
Whoa! Whoa! Mind blown! Huh. Okay. Alright, so that was the ending of the SD route. This is for the SD card. So then next what we have is the true ending. I guess we'll end this episode here, and I will cut it up and all that good stuff, and we will get to the true ending next time. Alright, anyways. So yeah, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!